and welcome to this week's Rocksmith Developer Stream. I'm your host and community developer, Douglas Lilly. Coming up today, we've got 3 songs from an Australian pop rock group, 5 Seconds of Summer. If you've never been here before, we play the week's DLC, we talk about it, we discuss it, and we chat, and sometimes we talk about what's on the way, and some of that might happen today. We're also going to give away some prizes, some really nice things from Ernie Ball, as well as a few copies of this week's song pack, so make sure you stick around for that. If you have any questions, make sure you reach out to us. Jurassic, that is Brian Turner. He is the Rocksmith community manager. He is in the chat with you, and he will take those questions and send them my way, and we'll try to answer some of those throughout the chat. So if you have any questions, make sure you at Jurassic. Let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer for 5 Seconds of Summer, and we'll be right back to play some of those songs.
I remember the day you told me you were leaving. I remember the makeup running down your face, and the dreams you left behind you didn't need them. Like every single wish we ever made. I wish that I could wake up with amnesia and forget about the stupid little things. Like the way it felt to fall asleep next to you, and the memories I never can escape. If today I woke up with you right beside me, like all of this was just some twisted dream, I'd hold you closer than I ever did before, and you'd never slip away, and you'd never hear me say, I remember the day you told me left college 'cause it felt like a job. His mom and dad both think he's a slob. He's got a shot though. Yeah, he's got a shot though. When you've got bigger plans that no one else understands, you've got a shot though. They say we're losers and we're alright with that. We are the leaders of the not coming back, but we're alright though. Yeah, we're alright though. We are the kings and the queens of the new broken scene. Yeah, we're alright though. Let's get out, 'cause this deadbeat town's only here just to keep us down. While I was out, I found myself alone, just thinking if I showed up with a plane ticket and a shiny diamond ring with your name on it, would you wanna run away too? 'Cause all I really want is you. You look so perfect standing there in my American Apparel underwear, and I know now that I'm so down. I made a mixtape straight out of 94. I got your ripped skinny jeans lying on the floor, and I know now that I'm so down.
And welcome back. There you have it. 3 new songs from a pretty new band, 5 Seconds of Summer. I think their first album, if I am not wrong, which I'm prone to be sometimes. First album came out in 2014. Toy will probably correct me. At least the first one that we have is in 2014. I'm getting some signals that I can't quite make out. I don't know if they're from me. Okay, we're good. Okay, so let's go ahead and say hello to our first guests for today. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Chris Wu, how you doing?
Good.
Good. It's been a while since you've been here.
Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks since my last stream.
Yeah. Chris Wu, International Product Manager.
Yes.
Yes. So we're still getting messages from behind the camera that I don't think any of us are comprehending. It's fine. Young, Note Tracker, how you doing?
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to play the first song for us today. from this Australian group.
Yes.
You are playing She Looks So Perfect. I had to check my notes. It's good.
Yeah.
And you were pretty kind of last minute addition. You picked this up pretty quick.
Yeah, it's not too complicated. I don't play guitar that often.
Right.
As I've said, I feel like I'll score okay. I don't know if I'll sound great on it, but
not a sight read, but not
right.
Not hours spent rehearsing.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did you track this, Sayo?
I did, and I got 100.
Like
Oh.
that.
Yay!
Yeah.
No, I think it's good for like beginners,
Yeah.
especially. It's like pretty. It's
Just
pretty
approachable.
repetitive, but it's also like it's a song, so it's fun to.
It
play
is
along.
a song.
It's a song.
Yeah.
Keep it beat. All right. Well, let's go ahead and take a listen to She Looks So Perfect. And some prizes coming up after that. And don't forget to ask your questions to UB Jurassic.
Simmer down. They say we're too young now to amount to anything else. But look around, we work too damn hard for this just to give it up now. If you don't swim, you'll drown. But don't move, honey. You look so perfect standing there in my American Apparel underwear, and I know now that I'm so down. Your lipstick stain is a work of art. I got your name tattooed and I know why. And I know now that I'm so down. Let's get out, 'cause this deadbeat town's only here just to keep us down. While I was out, I found myself alone, just thinking if I showed up with a plane ticket and a shiny diamond ring with your name on it, would you wanna run away too? 'Cause all I really want is you. You look so perfect standing there in my American Apparel underwear, and I know now that I'm so down. I'm in a misted street at 94. I got your ripped skinny jeans lying on the floor, and I know now that I'm so down. You look so perfect standing there in my American Apparel underwear, and I know now that I'm so down. Your lipstick stain is a work of art. I got your name tattooed in an arrow heart, and I know now that I'm so down. You look so perfect standing there in my American Apparel underwear, and I know now that I'm so down. Your lipstick stain is a work of art. I got your name tattooed in an arrow heart, and I know now that I'm so down.
So we do have some static coming from you. We swapped out the cable. This is the cable that we switched out last time? Single coil pickups. Okay. So
Oh, you
we've got
told
some
me to
static.
pick this guitar.
It's because I just
You
pointed-
actually, I said
pointed at
which
the wall.
guitar should I pick, and you said the one on the far right.
Well, sure. Yeah, I guess ultimately
And
it's
so
all.
I picked this
it's
guitar.
all-
This is on you,
all-
Doug.
Okay, that's fine.
This is all on you.
Point fingers.
Okay. Yeah.
What did I actually get on it?
No one will ever know. So what's going on with Chris Wu? Bohemian Rhapsody has
Yeah, I mean
the
that's
BR sweepstakes.
almost
sweepstakes.
done. It is the end of May. May 31st is tomorrow, and
So
May 31st is actually the final day for the Rocksmith Bohemian Rhapsody Sweepstakes. It's the last day you can get your entries in. It's also the last day you can register. But if you register tomorrow, you have a lot of playing to do to make that stuff up.
In case
But
if somebody
yeah.
doesn't know, this is the first time someone's heard about it, what's going on with that
Right. So
sweepstakes?
for the past couple of months now, we've been running this partnership with 20th Century Fox to promote the Queen biopic Bohemian Rhapsody, and they've graciously provided us a few Bohemian Rhapsody sponsored prizes. We're giving away a turntable as a grand prize, and as a second prize, we have a few branded items like a backpack, a shirt, a copy of the DVD, Blu-ray DVD, and digital code combination. It's all in one.
I'd show it, but I just before the stream I told David we wouldn't need it.
Well, it's right there.
Oh,
so
hey, yeah.
that's the DVD Blu-ray in question that all of the winners will get. And the way you enter is also pretty cool. You just go online to rocksmith.com/brsweeps.
Yep.
You register through Uplay. Once that's all connected, you just need to go into Rocksmith and play Queen songs to enter. You play any song by Queen in our library, including Under Pressure, whether it's DLC or included like
On
We Are
disc.
the Champions.
Yep.
You play that from start to finish. We automatically will log it, and that counts as an entry into the competition.
Now, learn a song counts.
Yep, score tag also counts.
Score attack also counts.
Yep.
Cool.
So
All right.
both ways count, but there's only one more day to get your entries in.
Yeah.
So you need to do any playing or registering for that before tomorrow at 11:59 Pacific time.
And you can enter
for the entries.
up to 60.
Up to 60 times. It's a lot of times.
So
yeah.
can you play 60 Queen songs, or can you play Queen songs 60 times in a day?
Yeah,
If you haven't entered
could.
yet, this is your challenge.
Certainly could if you put your mind to it.
Yeah. All right. And Seyoung, I think we've asked you this before, but people are saying we feel like we've seen you with that bass a lot. Is that your personal bass, or is that a studio
It
bass
is not my personal bass.
It's just that's
It
a,
is
that's
the
a
studio bass, but
that you refuse to relinquish?
actually,
pretty much.
Rye had it at his desk for a while because I
Oh.
was working on like a guitar thing.
Yeah.
and I had to take it back
Yeah, that happened
when he was out.
when I got back from vacation. My bass was my bass. The bass that I claimed was not at my desk, but it was fine. Someone was using it at the moment that I walked into the office. It's fine. It's fine. All right. Speaking of prizes, thank you both very much for joining us today. Speaking of prizes, we're going to do our first of 2 Ernie Ball prize packs right now. So make sure you listen to what UB Jurassic is telling you in the chat. He will guide you. He will lead you, hopefully, to victory in winning this prize. The prize pack includes 2 sets of strings from Ernie Ball, a 6-string set and a 4-string set for bass of the regular Slinkies. You're going to get 12 of the Everlast Ernie Ball picks, 3 of the, see if I can get these words out right, 3 of the Spectrum Plectrum, which I think is what we're unofficially dubbing the Rocksmith picks, the new Rocksmith picks. You're going to get an Ernie Ball strap, which is black, and a package of Ernie Ball Wonder Wipes, and a peg winder from Ernie Ball. So if you want to enter, you have to be following. Only people who are following can win this prize pack. I'm going to apologize to a guest that's beside me that I was hiding a cable from. And so make sure you listen to UB Jurassic in the chat. And if you win, get him your full name, your shipping address, and your telephone number. We need all that information. Make sure you send in your zip code or postal code or whatever your country happens to have. And if you are outside of the U.S., we do ship outside of the U.S., but it helps us out tremendously if you can break down the address line by line so that I get the formatting right so that you get your prize. So good luck to everyone out there in the chat, and listen to UB Jurassic. He will send you a whisper once the prize winner has been selected. So make sure you have your whispers turned on. We would hate for you to miss out. We'd hate for you to enter and then miss out on winning just because you never saw the message from Brian Turner. There's a lot going on to my left. I think is it time? Is it time or is it early? We can go ahead. Oh, it's early. It's early. We're still taking care of some business behind the scenes, behind this card. Hello. If you missed the first song, welcome. I'm Doug. I'm the host and community developer on Rocksmith. Today we are playing our newest song pack, 5 Seconds of Summer. It's 3 songs from just the past few years. I think all 3 of these songs are from 2014 or 2015. So 3 of those, and we're going to have a bonus song at about the halfway point today. But now let's go ahead and I'm going to do this a little bit early and say hello to our guests.
Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
Brian Shu,
How's it going?
Note Tracker. How are you doing? I'm just going to say I'm going to say your job at you every time I introduce you. That's a weird
I'm doing
that's a
well.
weird thing to do.
This string is very finicky. Like, come on.
Up.
Don't mind me. Keep
Oh,
going.
we can't.
Keep
Oh, yeah.
going
Sorry,
with
we can't
your
see.
going to the preamble.
How you doing? So,
Hi.
Brian Shu,
What's up?
while Akshay over there is taking care of business, did you note track this song?
Yes.
Yeah. You see? Are you sure?
Yes. I forgot that I was on the stream today, so I didn't
Oh.
practice it.
Okay,
But I
That's-
think I should be all right.
that's fine.
Yeah. For some reason, I thought the game was telling me to tune in D standard, so that's why I was like, why
Oh.
aren't these things?
Oh no.
We got ourselves a dad gad.
Yeah,
Dad
We
gad.
got some dad gad
Dad
going
gad.
on here.
So what if someone is new to guitar and has only sort of seen E standard or maybe
Mhm.
drop D, what's the use of DADGAD? What's the use of these alternate tunings?
Just you get different chord voicings, or like you could also do much more kind of parallel chord movement with chords that are a little bit difficult to move around.
Could you give us a demonstration? I mean, we can do that
you'll probably
afterwards
see it-
because
you'll,
we
you'll
won't
probably
have
see
it.
that in
Yeah,
the game.
that's true.
Actually,
That's true.
but yeah,
And Akshay,
Hi.
this is what is your third week in a row?
Fourth?
Fourth?
Somehow?
But it's your first with guitar. You're playing rhythm today?
Yes, I'm playing rhythm today.
Alright.
Especially because this seemed like a relatively easier song
Sure.
to do.
Sure.
Especially the rhythm part. It follows the lead so closely.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's only a few chord shapes you have to learn. So yeah.
And are you also in DADGAD or are you in E
yes,
standard?
it is
All
in
right.
dad gad.
All right. So the lead and the rhythm both DADGAD.
Yeah.
Bass E standard, I think.
E standard. Yeah,
Not
I think so.
DADG.
Not Doge.
Doge standard. All right. Well, you are playing Amnesia, by the way, in case people
That's
are
the one,
wondering.
yes.
That's the one.
got
I've
It's-
apparently I forgot.
it's very
how
apt that I
ironic.
forgot.
Yeah,
that I was
yeah.
playing this song today.
We threw you off a lot.
Yeah, it's fine.
Had to
I'm
be
glad.
this.
Well, I'm glad you made it up here, because
Yeah.
I would have been frantic. Otherwise, no one's ever seen that. Frantic Doug.
Oh,
Frantic
good.
Yeah,
Doug?
yeah. It's a sight to behold.
Oh, I'm
Uh,
glad that you didn't go into panic mode.
Panic mode. All right. Well, let's take a listen to Amnesia. And again, if you have any questions, make sure you at UB Jurassic. That is Brian, the Rocksmith community manager.
I drove by all the places you used to hang out getting wasted. I thought about our last kiss, how it felt, the way you tasted. And even though your friends tell me you're doing fine, are you somewhere feeling lonely even though he's right beside you? When he says those words that hurt you, do you read the ones I wrote you? Sometimes I start to wonder, was it just a lie? If what we had was real, how could you be fine? 'Cause I'm not fine at all. I remember the day you told me you were leaving. I remember the makeup running down your face, and the dreams you left behind you didn't need them. Like every single wish we ever made. I wish that I could wake up with amnesia and forget about the stupid little things, like the way it felt to fall asleep next to you, and the memories I never can escape, 'cause I'm not fine at all. The pictures that you sent me, they're still living in my phone. I'll admit I like to see them, I'll admit I feel alone. And all my friends keep asking why I'm not around. It hurts to know you're happy, yeah, it hurts that you moved on. It's hard to hear your name when I haven't seen you in so long. It's like we never happened, was it just a lie? If what we had was real, how could you be fine? 'Cause I'm not fine at all. I remember the day you told me you were leaving. I remember the makeup running down your face, hold you closer than I ever did before. And you'd never slip away, and you'd never hear me say, I remember the day you told me you were leaving. I remember the makeup running down your face, and the dreams you left behind, you didn't need them. Like every single wish we ever made. I wish that I could wake up with amnesia and forget about the stupid little things, like the way it felt to fall asleep next to you, and the memories I never can escape, 'cause I'm not fine at all. No, I'm really not fine at all. Tell me this is just a dream, 'cause I'm really not fine at all.
Yeah, you got some nice
Yeah.
open string action.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Here. It'd be really difficult to get those two notes in standard tuning.
Right. That's some like moving your hand across the neck to
Yeah.
try to like slam it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
So this is
cool.
better.
Yeah, nice chord voicings used in the song. I wasn't I completely forgot the bridge had some of those wacky chord voicings.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, like like that kind of stuff. Really,
Yeah.
really nice lush chords though.
Yeah, yeah, especially with both parts together. I saw
Mhm.
there were there was a lot of similarities, but certain parts they sort of expanded
Yeah,
the range
yeah,
in a
yeah,
nice
most
way.
definitely.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it was good. I couldn't find a good way to. I could cram your name into the title of the song, but it seems forced, so I'm not going to.
Okay.
But I know you're really disappointed. I can
Yeah,
tell.
yeah.
Yeah, what?
What?
Amnesia.
Amnesia?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna go with, but I wasn't gonna say it.
Amnesia.
Yeah, there we go.
Hang
Yeah,
on.
there you go. That works better.
The Rockshay. I think is
Rockshay.
what- yeah,
Rockshay.
yeah, that's-
I like Rockshay a lot.
yeah, that
That's
works.
pretty good.
All right. Thank you again very much
Yeah,
for
thanks.
playing. Right now, what are we doing? We are going to take a short video break. And again, if we have any new viewers here in the chat, they might get a better idea of what Rocksmith is, because we're going to show how it works. This is a video just kind of giving an overview of what the Rocksmith system is. While that's happening, if you would like to win a copy of this week's DLC, make sure you listen to UB Jurassic once more. In the chat, he will tell you how to win one of 5 copies of this week's DLC on Steam. So make sure you pay attention to that while you enjoy this video, and we'll be back with more prizes and music after that.
Rocksmith gave me that confidence that I can learn to play the guitar and master completely.
I've struggled with every other way, and I found this way to be the best. And that's like an honest fact.
I put on my bass, I plug it into my computer, and I'm playing real music. I'm playing an actual song right out of the box.
I've got some sweet, awesome guitar riffs that I can pull out anytime.
There are songs that I was struggling with, and now I'm just like, this is easy.
Rocksmith 2014 provides a comprehensive, complete package for learning the guitar. Whether you want to learn a song, whether you want to compete, whether you want to create your own music, you have everything you need or could desire with playing the guitar.
Rocksmith comes with a real-tone cable that allows you to plug your electric guitar or bass directly into your PlayStation 3 system, your Xbox 360, your PC or Mac.
Rocksmith features over 50 plus songs right there on the disc. We also have an expansive library of over 200 songs available to download.
When you start playing a song on Rocksmith, it starts off very easy, with just one note at a time.
We then use a system called dynamic difficulty that adjusts the level based on how you're doing. As you play and you prove that you can get it right, it will actually level you up. It's responding dynamically to your skill level.
Within any song, there's some part that is difficult or some part that's going to be difficult for the person learning it. What Rocksmith allows you to do with the riff repeater is to go in there, isolate that particular section of the song or the riff that is difficult, and really allows you to repeat it and work on it, change it in a way that you can learn it, and then you can go back and put what you've learned into the song.
We all can use tools to help our students. The mini games, they're basically guitar exercises that I've taught many times, but disguised in like a really fun interactive game. And I could see where a student that's struggling to learn their chords could probably do it for an hour and not even realize that they were actually practicing, but they're really improving.
I really like the session mode where it kind of opens up the possibility for you to kind of freeform and also gives you a roadmap of where to play within that key. And then the kind of feel of, you know, just throwing you changes once in a while like a real band will.
It's very much like playing a video game, but it's obviously this learning software that is much more than that.
Games, because of the feedback involved, are much more effective at teaching people than if people just learn the concepts from a book or a lecture.
Earlier this year, RSG was commissioned to conduct a research project. We pre-recruited approximately 200 people nationally, gave them the software to use at home for 3 weeks. A large majority noticed a significant improvement of their guitar skills. Their speed and movement on the fret improved significantly. Rocksmith was considered the fastest way to learn guitar.
I learned so much in 60 days. I didn't think I would have picked it up as quickly as I did. I'm super comfortable with all the techniques, everything, so it's great.
With the 60-day challenge, I was able to play things that I had thought impossible with ease, and it was not a problem at all. Rocksmith is definitely the fastest way to learn the guitar. I don't know if I could have learned the guitar any other way.
If you want to learn, Rocksmith is the way to go. I can't believe that I've learned so much in such a small amount of time.
I would definitely recommend Rocksmith to other people. In fact, I have.
Rocksmith costs way less than any private lessons you can do.
Rocksmith works because it's fun, it's entertaining.
I've told people about Rocksmith. They're like, oh yeah, I've heard about this Rocksmith. I'm like, do it, it works.
And welcome back to this week's live developer stream. I remain your host and community developer, Doug Lilly. This week we are looking at 3 songs from 5 Seconds of Summer. And with me to play a song that's not from that's not from that band, David Stevens, our QA czar. How you doing?
Good.
You're taking lead on whatever this may be?
Yes.
And Dan Amrick?
I'm taking lead bass.
You're taking lead bass.
Yeah,
I like
you
it.
bet.
I like it. So what are you playing?
A song.
It's a funny story, Doug.
Oh, is it?
Yes. Would you like to hear it?
Please.
Well, Doug and David and I all sit together in the 3D Corral. And we were talking about, I said, hey, what's the bonus song this week? And Doug said, I haven't assigned it yet. And I said, I have an idea of a good one. And David turned to me and said, oh, I also have a good idea for one. I'm like, I'll bet you yours is not going to match mine. And, well, as you can imagine, we counted down and said 3, 2, 1. All-time low.
Yeah.
Which we just, they're just not as high profile as a lot of other artists in our. Do you want to hold that so that
Yeah,
UB Jurassic can
please.
get the.
All right.
There you go. It's just enough.
All-time low. Also one of Toy's 2 guesses.
Yeah.
Toy Machine
Well,
will say-
Toy Machine
and this-
knows how
yeah.
we think
It
here.
cheats.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just said I was like, I have a sweet tooth for the song "Weightless,"
Yeah.
and I like any excuse to play that, whether it's at my desk or at home or on the stream.
Sure.
And David was calibrated exactly the same way. He's like, yeah, no, it's a really good fit thematically. Like the style is not far off from 5 Seconds of Summer. So if you like one, you might like the other. And that's
So you were basically pitching me suggestions, and then you talked yourself into playing it.
Well, we talked you into playing and letting us play.
It seems like the obvious way to go.
Yeah.
And that just makes my job significantly easier.
Sure.
We'll
yeah. No.
forget
Anytime
that.
we can.
Yeah.
Anytime we can do your work for you,
Oh,
we will continue to do so.
All right.
We'll expect compensation.
And so, David Stevens, you usually you run the board back there.
Most of the time, yeah.
Most of the time. You were trying to tell us some things earlier. I have no idea what they were.
Oh, it was about calibrating Chris's guitar. He needed
That's
to
why it
fix
was
some
buzzy.
tuning. He managed
Yeah,
to
yeah,
fix
yeah.
it, but
Okay.
no, the buzzing was his single
coil.
coils.
Okay.
And yeah, we could talk about why single coils buzz. I don't like to, but
all right, well, perhaps after we listen to Weightless.
Weightless by All Time Low.
By All
a band
Time
which
Low.
has been in the library for so long that some people may not even realize that it's there.
Yeah, was this an RS1?
No.
DLC? What do you? I've got the year.
So
It was like 2 years ago?
2015, 2016.
I just broke my notes.
I don't even know what
All
year
right.
it is now.
Well, never mind. Let's play it,
Look
and
at
then you
it.
can figure it out. The chat already knows. They've already said, guys, it went in on this exact date,
Yeah.
and so.
They got us.
So yeah, let's play
So yeah,
Weightless
let's go
by
ahead and play
All Time Low.
Weightless by All Time Low. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Uncomfortable pause. And it's supposed to be played fingerstyle, but I'm using a pick because, damn it feels better.
Manage me, I'm a mess. Turn a page, I'm a book, have fun read. I wanna be laughed at, laughed with, just because. I wanna feel weightless, and that should be enough. I'm stuck in this rut, waiting on a second
kind of rut?
to pick me up, and I'm
This rut.
A silent rut.
getting older. If I could just find the time, then I would never let another day go by. I'm over getting old. Maybe it's not my weekend, but it's gonna be my year. And I'm so sick of watching all the minutes pass as I go nowhere. And this is my reaction to everything I feel. 'Cause I've been going crazy, I don't wanna waste another minute here. Make believe
It's the fun riff.
It's a fun tone.
Oh, the filter sweep.
Wanna feel reckless, wanna live it up just because. I wanna feel weightless, 'cause that would be enough. If I could just find the time, then I would never let another day go by. I'm over getting old. To me, it's not my weekend, but it's gonna be my year. And I'm so sick of watching all the minutes pass as I go nowhere.
just enough bass fills in there to make me screw it up.
Perfect.
There's just a couple of
Perfect.
little things that the bassist does in there that really add life to it. But going through, it's clear they're different every time. So it's just one of those personal expression fills that we talk about sometimes. And so I kept practicing and practicing. I'm like, I'm screwing it up. Never mind. Like you get in the ballpark, you get a couple of those things in the scale, and it sounds right. So yeah, lots of fun.
Yeah, the drums are actually really good in this song. So if you just try and lock in with the drums, both guitar and bass. It's a fun song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good. So 5 Seconds of Summer. I was going to say something at some point with the messages that we send out to the world, like get ready for summer with 5 Seconds of Summer.
Oh,
but then
it's a short summer.
It's a short summer. It is a short summer, but isn't it about to be winter in Australia?
Wow. I don't know.
And I thought it would be strange. Hey, chat.
How many of you are in Australia, and is it winter yet?
Is it about to be winter? I don't know what an Australian winter is like, because I don't know what anything in Australia is like. I've never been.
Me neither.
They have critters.
It's too long to walk.
It's too long to walk. But you can take a nice walkabout when you get there.
That's right.
Yeah.
You can do nothing but walk.
Well, you can do other things.
Yeah.
I would imagine, but I've never been there.
been there.
This is all speculation, pure speculation. If Australia even exists, I'm pretty sure
it does.
It does. Okay, good. Thank you both for joining us and playing. Right now, we're going to take another little break. If you are into the pop rock, pop punk, here are some other things in case you missed them. We released Sum 41 some time ago. That came out in 2014. Of June 2014, we had a 5-song pack from Sum 41 that included Fat Lip, In Too Deep, Still Waiting, The Hell Song, and We're All to Blame. Along with that, not pretty recently, we released Newfound Glory. That was back in 2017. That included All Downhill From Here, Hit or Miss, and My Friends Over You. All Downhill From Here is incredibly difficult for me to say for some reason. And if you enjoyed what we just played, I have that information pulled up as well. That was the All-Time Low Song Pack, which came out in 2015. I did write it down. That had Weightless, that you just heard, Somewhere in Neverland, and Dear Maria, Count Me In. So if you enjoy what you're hearing today, check out those packs. And there's probably some suggestions in the chat for other song packs you can check out to get that feel, that poppy, more upbeat rock feel. On the way, we're gonna have some more prizes. Well, one more round of prizes. We're gonna have one more song, and so if you have questions, again, please let us know in the chat. UB Jurassic is the one who's collecting those and sending them on to me. Until then, let's go ahead and say hello. Or is it too early? We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna watch them tune. Say hello to our guests and watch them tune. E string first, please.
Which one?
It'll be your low E.
The red
I was
one?
talking to Anthony.
Oh.
He only has one E string.
Pardon.
Red E. Red string. Please. This is
The other red
riveting.
Hey, Doug.
How you guys doing?
Good,
How you guys
man.
Doing well, man.
Yeah,
How are you?
I'm good. Hopefully we can have a lot of good conversation while you're distracted tuning your instruments.
It's the best kind.
Yeah. Make sure you calibrate. If you feel frustrated, especially after you've switched guitars or changed strings,
After
or
a long
retuned.
day of work,
After
you
a long
need to
day of work,
you just need to recalibrate.
nothing will make you feel more relaxed than a nice round of calibration.
Where do they sell that?
Well, you can find it in Rocksmith. And if you're struggling, if things are not landing like you think they might, calibration a lot of times could be the answer.
Like, if you're experiencing any issues with note detection or just even output, recalibrating. Even if you switch instruments within the same Rocksmith session, it's always a good idea to recalibrate.
Especially if you're a bassist and you're going from an active bass to a passive, please.
Oh, definitely.
Please calibrate.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you're still having some issues, check your intonation. That's something I think a lot of, especially new players, don't consider. You think, well, I've tuned the string. If the string's right, then the string's right. But intonation, checking your intonation is a whole other layer to that I'm not going to begin to try to explain. So maybe one of the professionals What is intonation?
So intonation is the consistency of your notes tuning as you go up the neck. The best way to check it, and you can do this in Rocksmith if you just go to the tuner in Rocksmith, is play the harmonic that is on the 12th fret, which should give you the exact same tuning as your open string. You can, if you want to, first make sure your open string is in tune. Then if you play the harmonic that's on the 12th fret, you'll get a very high-pitched sound, but it should be exactly the same tuning. Now, that doesn't really check your intonation. That just gives you a bass point.
Yeah.
But then when you play the 12th fret, it should be the exact same pitch as your harmonic.
Okay.
That's the best way to tell, is
So
to tune yourself against the harmonic, then play that note on the 12th fret. And if you notice there's a big difference between the two in pitch, then your intonation's out of whack, and you just need to get a little bit of a guitar setup, and it's easy enough to solve. You know,
There are resources.
Oh,
we share some of those columns every so often, how to fix your intonation, or you can take it to a luthier or a guitar shop and just get a setup, and they know what they're doing.
Usually cheaper than getting your car fixed.
Usually, yeah. Hopefully.
Usually.
So Anthony, I would like to start with you.
Okay.
Because you have you have a little bit of news, don't you? Well, so the news has been spilled regarding you, but it was some time ago, and people may have forgotten, may have been buried. But you are taking a little bit of a break.
That's
And
right.
Why is that?
Yeah, so I'll be going on paternity leave for about 6 weeks. Yeah, my wife and I are expecting a baby girl on June. Yeah, our first on June 10th. So yeah, we're very excited.
Congratulations!
Thank you very much. Welcome. Thank you.
And thank you for managing to make it up here, even though you've got pretty much hours left before your paternity leave starts.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I appreciate it.
It's almost like summer break.
It is. Well, what a way to kick it off with 5 seconds of summer. So you guys are playing. You guys are playing. She's Kinda Hot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you note track this one?
I did.
You did? This is a while ago. Do you remember anything? I usually try to ask if there's anything you want to say about it, but I didn't.
They have some good stuff. They have good stage energy.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't have any.
Just watching the live videos, and
Yeah.
I mean,
Just jumping and.
I don't know why, I'm about to say this, but man, I'm envious of that hair. Oh, they have some awesome hair. And John Mayer, I hate his hair. I hate him.
Anybody else?
Not Brian Shue, because I've never seen it.
Okay.
So no one
That's fair.
knows.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned,
Yeah.
it's like the 8th wonder of the world.
Could be. I don't have a good.
Where
I
did
don't
I-
have a
where
good
did
way.
we-
I don't
how
know.
did we get
It's-
there?
That's a great. Well, how did we get here?
Oh, well played.
Good one.
5 seconds of summer. She's kind of hot. And after that, we're going to take some more questions. We have some news, and then we do. And then we're going to give away our final Ernie Ball prize pack of the day.
Fantastic.
So here is She's Kinda Hot.
That's not part of the song.
My girlfriend's bitching 'cause I always sleep in. She's always screaming when she's calling her friend. She's kinda hot though. Yeah, she's kinda hot though. Just a itty bitty little bit hot. My chick is telling me I got crazy dreams. She's also saying I got low self-esteem. She's kinda hot though. Yeah, she's kinda hot though. She put me on meds, she won't get out of my head. She's kinda hot though. My friend left college 'cause it felt like a job. His mom and dad both think he's a slob. He's got a shot though. Yeah, he's got a shot though.
This is an E, by the way. Now it's an F sharp. Now we're back to an E.
Live
for any of you-
updates.
for any of you that were wondering. Yes.
beautiful tone.
It is.
Sometimes I'm feeling like I'm going insane. My neighbor told me that I got bad brains, but I'm alright though. Yeah, we'll be alright though. 'Cause we're the kings and the queens of the new broken scene, and we're alright though. They say we're losers and we're alright with that. We are the leaders of the not coming back, but we're alright though. Yeah, we're alright though. We are the kings and the queens of the new broken scene, yeah, we're alright though.
I'm always tempted to like fall off the chair at the end of that.
Oh,
it
please
just,
don't.
It just sounds. It just sounds. It's like just done.
Yeah, yeah. I get a strong My Chemical Romance vibe from that song.
Oh,
in
yeah,
particular.
I can- I can
Yeah, I think
totally
it's
see
with
that.
the shouting in the background. It's just
Mhm.
a bit happier, I guess, than most My Chemical Romance that I heard. Had a couple questions. Weeb9412 wants to know if that was at the start before you were instructed to play. Was that the breakdown that you were sort of going over, or were you just riffing, ad-libbing?
That is a musical term, actually, that we like to use in the industry. And correct me if I'm wrong. It's referred to as noodling.
Noodling. So it wasn't anything in particular. You're just having
no, I mean
fun?
it can be whole wheat. It can be. I mean, there's so many different types. Essentially,
spinach?
yeah,
Brown rice, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good. Especially like a
lentil.
nice
Lentils.
Oh,
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it's
Noodling
at.
Varietal.
Yeah.
you outdid me on that one, man.
Good. Finally.
So,
No, you know,
how
you
were
just-
you noodling? How what
Yeah.
what
Oh,
were
so okay, so it's worth it to say that this riff is all based upon the major pentatonic scale.
Mhm.
Okay, in this case, in the key of E, if there's a volume in there somewhere.
There's a little bit.
Nice.
So the riff is very much based off of this note sequence. That'd be your open E string, 2nd fret, 4th fret. Then you'd move over to your A string and do 2nd fret, 4th fret. And then actually they repeat the same kind of riff up on the A string. And so really I was just kind of
using those notes in a different order.
yeah, just
Okay.
messing with. There's so many different riffs and fills that have been based off of pentatonic scales. There's so many ideas to work with.
And in this case, like depending on what chord you're on, you might decide to settle or resolve a musical passage on one of those chord tones.
Oh,
so
yeah.
if you're, say you're, playing an E chord, you might decide to sit on the 5th here.
Definitely. Or the 3rd if you want it
yeah.
not quite as resolved. I feel like we're really in harmony today. Wonderful.
And this, I'm not sure how this came up, but Scrummer03 wants to know what's your favorite variety pack? If you know. There have been a lot. I think, 22 now? 21, 22?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's-
Here's where. See, you probably just know the ones that you're on.
No. What a favorite
Call you out.
variety pack.
Or favorite song from a variety pack, if you.
I
if
don't
you
know
can
what my
do
favorite
that.
variety pack would be. I mean, I know that that last Queen pack that we put out was pretty awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That was fun to kind of play test it and do everything we do here with it and then
Right.
release it. I mean, that was a blast.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. That was a very Queen centric sort of month and a half.
Yeah.
Which I'm not going to complain about.
No.
It was
Not even a little.
Never. Anthony, do you have an answer?
So I do. One of my favorite songs to play, and this is like one of my favorite classic rock songs in general, is China Grove by the Doobie Brothers. And that was actually, it's not technically a part of a variety song pack, as
It's a
it's
mix.
labeled. It's part of the Yacht Rock song pack.
Oh,
I
Yacht Rock.
believe.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
yeah,
So
I
this is a
think you're right.
callback to something that we released years ago, and I would definitely consider that to be a variety pack because I think it also featured Michael McDonald. Yeah, just
which we played just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But I would say that China Grove is a jam. It's so much fun to play on, especially on bass. That was like note tracking that song actually made me pay attention to the fantastic bass work, on off that album actually. So I would definitely recommend giving that a go if you haven't already.
I've personally been in sort of a yacht rock mood for the past couple months. Yacht rock and like yacht rock adjacent. I know there's some controversy. There's some real hard line yacht rockers out there that do not accept anything outside of specific parameters. I don't pay that much attention, so I just if I can get away with calling it yacht rock, I'm kind of into it right now, which is a new thing. I don't know if I'm just it's an age situation or I'm just looking back at songs from the 80s and that particular style, and it's just that nostalgia is bubbling up. But no, I get you. I get you.
And a lot of people would consider Hall & Oates to be a part of the yacht rock
which is
category, which is also in game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been listening to a lot of Hall & Oates recently.
Super fun.
Yeah. All right, cool. We are going to go ahead and do our final Ernie Ball prize pack of the day.
Cool.
But after that, Greg is going to stick around. And we're gonna talk about some more stuff. You can stick around too.
You can sit there.
You are welcome. You are welcome to stay. Just try to not talk so much.
We're gonna need to just move that microphone away.
This face.
And the camera's just gonna turn this
Swivel.
way.
All right. So please make sure you listen to UB Jurassic in chat while we give away the final Ernie Ball prize pack of the day. Make sure you're following the chat. You can't win if you aren't following. And I'm waiting for the slide to come over. Oh, there we are. Sorry. And don't mean to backseat board op. Is that a thing? So listen to UB Jurassic and get your entries in for this Ernie Ball prize pack, which is going to have 2 sets of strings, 1 for your guitar, 1 for your bass, a dozen picks from Ernie Ball, 3 picks from us with the Spectrum Plectrum. Plectrums is plural of plectrum. I just say pick, but that doesn't work as well. Right. Is it its own plural? You're also going to get a black Ernie Ball strap, a package of Ernie Ball Wonder Wipes, and an Ernie Ball peg winder. And if you win, make sure you let Brian Turner know. That is UB Jurassic. He is the community manager for Rocksmith. Make sure you let Brian know your full name, your shipping address, and your telephone number. We need all of that information. He will whisper you if you are selected by MooBot as the winner. And he will get that info from you. And then we will get your prize to you as soon as possible. If you are international, we do ship internationally. Sometimes it just takes longer, but we also need to be handheld a little bit as far as the address. So if you can separate that format out for us real easy, we would appreciate that very much. So tomorrow, normally this is the point in the stream that I would say that tomorrow look for a clue for next week's content in the forums. Tomorrow, there will be no clue in the forums.
No clue in the forums?
No clue in the forums.
Oh.
We're just going to go ahead and tell you what's coming. Because it doesn't make a lot of sense to have a clue for what we have. For a very long time, players have asked about lessons and exercises as DLC. And thanks to Greg here, we are finally able to offer that. So we're going to move from Greg to Greg in the past to tell you more about what is coming. And we'll be right back to talk about that some more right after this video.
Hi, everybody. I'm Greg Studley here at Ubisoft San Francisco, the home of Rocksmith. Some of you might be familiar with me from my music instruction books, including A Guitarist's Guide to Improvising with Knowledge. But today I'm here to talk to you about a different book series, Speed, Accuracy, and Technique. I have some very interesting news, which is that Rocksmith is going to be picking up all the best exercises from this book series and putting it into the game. We've got all the most essential techniques for you to learn from, including linear playing, hammer-ons, pull-offs, string skipping, and string switching. We've got brand new backing tracks to play along with, And it's being formatted for both guitar and bass. So whichever one you play, we've got you covered. The first element we're going to release is an easy package. So if you want more advanced material, we also hopefully will be releasing some intermediate and advanced packages in the future. Like all Rocksmith songs, you're going to be able to use dynamic difficulty when learning these exercises. Not only that, but you'll have riff repeater and score attack as well. Of course, Rocksmith at the end of each exercise is going to help you out and tell you what your accuracy level was. So take a minute, check out these previews, and realize how Rocksmith can help you improve your speed, accuracy, and technique. Thanks for watching.
So there you have it, Rocksmith Easy Exercises, Volume 1. What does that indicate?
That indicates that there might be volume 1.5.
That's weird.
That
That's
would
a
be
weird
strange.
takeaway.
There probably won't be.
Yeah. So so you designed these a while ago.
Yes. So
in a way.
these exercises are all based upon my book series, Speed, Accuracy, and Technique for Guitar, and Speed, Accuracy, and Technique for Bass. So for you bass players out there, this was originally a guitar book. It then got formatted into a bass book. And then we realized that there might be a lot of value for the Rocksmith community that wanted specifically technique exercises that are outside of songs.
Yeah.
And outside of the usual lessons catalog that Rocksmith already offers, of course.
Yep. Cool. So there are 5 techniques covered total. So 5 tracks for guitar and 5 tracks for bass. Because you're going up and down, you're ascending and descending through these exercises. It didn't make sense to put the bass with the guitar because there are fewer strings.
Yeah, we kind of played around with formatting and came to the conclusion that this was, aside from the idea that we would normally put guitar and bass together in things like this, just didn't make a lot of logical sense to try and hammer the bass into place to try and fit it with the guitar. So yeah, they are separate tracks. So essentially, if you buy this pack, you're getting 10 tracks, 5 of which are for guitar, 5 of which are for bass. And like you heard in the video, it'll cover what I would consider to be like the most essential and most common techniques that you would find, being linear playing, which for those of you that aren't familiar with the term would mean to be playing consistently on one string. Hammer-ons, pull-offs, which I think we've talked about a lot here, so we know what they are, along with string switching, going between 2 different adjacent strings, along with string skipping, meaning jumping over your strings.
Cool. Thank you very much, Greg. So, yeah, we're not going to have a clue in the morning, but there will be some more information about this pack posted where the clue would usually live, which is on our forums. So you can just go to rocksmith.com, click the link on the top, to get to the forums, and then we can talk about more there. Ubisoft Raxia will be posting that around the same time that he would normally post the clue in the morning, and we will be back next Thursday for a stream featuring this content in a different format than usual, but I think we've got a good handle on how we're going to present this to you in a fun way. So we will see you next week for that. I want to thank you, even though he didn't have, we gave Rolling Stone 222 the week off, but we do want to thank him for the effort that he's put in and will put in after this week. And then after this week, we will pick up with a song-based pack. So stay tuned for that. Come back to us next Thursday. We will have another stream at the same time, same place. We are on social media. We are Rocksmith Game on Instagram and Twitter, and we are facebook.com/Rocksmith on Facebook. And again, our forums are there at rocksmith.com, as well as some new news. We've been adding some blog type posts to a new news feed that we've added to our homepage. Those posts are developed in-house by the different staff here at Rocksmith. So please check that out. And we will see you tomorrow or Thursday. We'll see you throughout the week. Thank you very much for joining us. Here's one more look at 5 Seconds of Summer.
I remember the day you told me you were leaving. I remember the makeup running down your face, and the dreams you left behind you didn't need them. Like every single wish we ever made. I wish that I could wake up with amnesia and forget about the stupid little things. Like the way it felt to fall asleep next to you, and the memories I never can escape. If today I woke up with you right beside me, like all of this was just some twisted dream, I'd hold you closer than I ever did before, and you'd never slip away, and you'd never hear me say, I remember the